Hi everybody, happy Monday. I hope you're all enjoying your summer. So I'm about 10,000 words away from meeting my July National Novel Writing Month goal, which is to get my historical romance up to 50K. And I thought that since I've been writing for about 5 hours straight this afternoon, that I would take a little break and do a quick book review. This is a book that my student teacher got for me in October after I raved to her about how much I loved the Steven Spielberg Lincoln film. And this is actually called Lincoln, A President for the Ages. And it's a book of essays, a collection of essays written by different historians and politicians and other kind of well-known people about what they think Lincoln would have done and what he would have thought about some of the different issues that have come up in our country, in the United States, since basically since his lifetime. Things like women's right to vote, issues with, what would have happened if Lincoln had been in charge after during World War II, what Lincoln would have thought about navigating social media and the way that we get our news and information today. Even, what would Lincoln have thought about the question of gay and lesbian rights. And it's kind of interesting because one thing I noticed through all of these essays is that just about every single person who wrote an essay kind of concluded that we really don't have any way to accurately even guess what Lincoln would have thought about these different issues because the world he lived in is so different from the world we live in today and the world that existed when those different decisions had to be made. It would be absolutely impossible to even fathom what Lincoln would have done and what he would have thought about different pieces of legislation and different policy decisions. Now I'm a big Civil War person and is not so much a Lincoln enthusiast, but you can't study the Civil War without studying Lincoln a little bit. So for me, what was really kind of cool about these essays was getting an idea of what some of the contemporary issues were that maybe related to the current issues and what Lincoln did to address them. So it was kind of like a little bit of a historical essay built into a speculative essay. The other thing that was really nice about this book is that in between each of the essays, there's a little example of some of Lincoln's writing, speeches or letters that he had written at various times during his political career. And so it was really kind of neat to see how those different writings that were referenced in the essays actually read, and you can kind of draw your own conclusions to it. So I didn't necessarily agree with all of the viewpoints that were put forth in the different essays, but I thought it was an interesting take, and I'm really glad that I read the book. So next on my list is actually to be reading A Team of Rivals, which is the book that the Spielberg film was kind of based on. So that's about this thick. So once I get around to reading that, I will be sure to put in my 2 cents. But if you are at all interested in Lincoln, in a little bit of speculation about what he might have done in addressing different political and societal issues, or even, would he have used Facebook and Twitter to get his ideas out to the world? This is an interesting book. It's edited by Karl Weber, so if you're looking for it on Amazon, you can search by his name, or you can search for Lincoln, A President for the Ages. Definitely interesting to read, especially after seeing the Lincoln film, which I also highly recommend viewing. So I am going back to writing now, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of July. And if you are also doing July National Novel Writing Month, good luck to you. I hope you meet your goals.